Our final storyteller today is Tash and her foster mum, Linda. As a person with a disability, Tash tells us about her life in the foster system and how finding her foster mum, Linda, changed her life. I'd like to welcome Linda and Tash.
Hi, my name is Tash. I am 30 years of age. I have an intellectual disability as well as neurofibromatosis type 1 and vision atrophy. When I was in school, people told me I was dumb and I didn't know how to do anything. This made me feel angry, upset, or I felt like I couldn't do anything well. But I am an amazing human. I like getting out and being social. I play soccer. I love to go swimming. I love dancing and painting. And I really love country music. I even went to the Tamworth Country Music Festival this year for my birthday. I also love Lego group, reading and my friends. I really love horses and horse riding, and I have a job at the Charles Sturt Uni working with horses. I was removed from my family at 5 years old and placed in foster care. I understood I needed to be in a safe place, but I was young and vulnerable, and no one was listening to me, but how I felt. So this is what I am going to say to you now. I was split up. I was split up from my siblings, and I really rarely got to see them or speak to them. I was in foster care. This made me feel angry, upset because I missed them, and I never knew when I would be able to see them again. I think siblings should be kept together or being allowed to talk when they want to on the phone. When case managers change, I wasn't told often. I often bonded with them. I felt upset, scared, not knowing who would take over my case next. I think case managers who are leaving or moving on to different jobs should tell the kids themselves, not leave it to the new person to tell us. I was very vulnerable and I wasn't being protected in my foster homes. Sometimes I was blamed for everything, even when I didn't do anything wrong. This made me feel upset all the time. I had no way to tell anyone this was happening to me. I experienced a lot of traumatic things, and I think kids, especially kids with disabilities, need to be listened to all the time. I know there are a lot of other kids in the care system that are also not heard, and it makes me feel upset that they are not listened to. I think I had up to 10 different foster families until the age of 16 when I met my foster mum, Linda. Linda has given me a lot of opportunities, even taking me overseas on a holiday. She's made me part of her family and loved me. And she still loves me, and I think she is amazing. And here is my mum, Linda.
Try not to get through with too much crying. They say you can't choose your family, but as a foster carer, you really do get the opportunity to do just that. I'm so fortunate to have chosen Tash to be part of my family. Tash was 16 when she came to live with me. She was a tiny, timid young girl who was quite vulnerable. She didn't speak up for herself. She hadn't yet found her voice. But after a few months of getting to know each other and creating a safe place, Tash opened up. She talked about what her life had been like, the troubles she had endured, and how she had been treated by other carers, caseworkers, her peers at school, and her birth family. Tash felt that her voice was never heard. Her previous carers didn't listen and didn't treat her with the same respect as other children in their care. In the foster care system, sometimes the only consistency you have is your caseworker, the one person who is your advocate, your voice, your support. Unfortunately for Tash, she had a revolving door of caseworkers. So many that she didn't really develop a strong enough relationship with them to disclose the injustices that were happening to her. She was lost in a system that didn't have the staff to support her. She often felt alone, and because she was not confident enough to speak up, she was taken advantage of by members of her family and peers at school. One thing she told me that broke my heart was that she had never had a birthday party. I couldn't believe someone could get to 16 years of age without having that feeling of being the centre of attention. For their special day and celebrating with family and friends. So I decided to change it up pretty quickly, and with the help of my extended family and friends, we decided to give Tash her 16th and a half birthday party. The house was filled with love from her new family and friends, and from some friends from school. We had lolly bags, we had lots of presents, we had games, and we had a giant birthday cake, and so much fun. Her smile lit up the room that day, and this is a memory I'll always have. As Tash's confidence grew, we began to see someone who had so much more love to give and so much friendship to share. Her love of horses and the Sydney Swans, her generous nature and her ability to face all challenges head-on began to shine through. Tash has grown socially, emotionally, and become so independent since gaining her voice. She has overcome many hurdles and to this day keeps trying to improve herself. After leaving the foster care system, Tash became an ambassador for the Create Foundation to ensure foster children with disabilities had a voice. She now has her dream job, working with an equine vet. She has bought her first home and she has a wide friendship group. Tash now has the confidence to participate independently in community activities. I'm so proud of you, Tash. You're an inspiration to everyone that meets you. And I know you will continue to thrive in this world because you are fierce, you are independent, sometimes stubborn, which can be a good thing, and you love unconditionally. You have a heart of gold, and you now have your voice. Well.